And welcome to another week of Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. We're going to take you back to Boone, North Carolina for a very chilly, windy evening for football. The Georgia Southern Eagles going in and knocking off the top 20 ranked Appalachian State Mountaineers 24-21. And a big upset for the Eagles, who were picked as much as a 17-point underdog in that game. The Eagles now 5-3 on this season with a big game coming up against Troy. We'll go back and hear from Coach and some of the players, as well as take a look at some of the highlights of that one. Also an exciting win for the Statesboro Blue Devils on the road in Guyton as they picked up their first region victory against the South Effingham Mustangs and had to hold on there at the end in order to win that one. We'll go out back and take a look at some of those highlights, as well as a big victory for the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets as they begin their first of 3 games in 8 days. They pick up a big region victory against the Groves Rebels. That game was on Thursday as well. So plenty of football highlights to get to, and we'll be back in just a moment with Georgia Southern. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy.
Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the Georgia Southern Eagles going up to Boone, North Carolina, that in itself has been a tall task as they hadn't won up in Boone since 2006. Add to that the fact that the App State Mountaineers were the number 9 ranked offense in all of Division 1A, and also the fact that the App State Mountaineers are ranked number 20 in the country and had their sights set on a possible Cotton Bowl and Access Bowl for FBS, but instead the Eagles went up there and rained on their parade in some rain, sleet, and snow. Let's get back and take a look at some of the highlights. A chilly, wet Halloween evening, Georgia Southern taking on number 20 ranked Appalachian State before a packed house at Kid Brewer Stadium. A few Eagle fans making the trip. The Georgia Southern defense helping to set the tone early as they would keep the Mountaineers in check. The nation's 9th highest scoring offense held in check throughout most of the first half. Meanwhile, the Eagle offense actually would complete the first pass of the game. Shy Wirtz to Mark Mashad. This would help set up. Wesley Kennedy going in from 2 yards out. He fights his way in, and Georgia Southern opens up a 7-0 lead. In the second quarter, Wirtz the pitch to Kennedy, who picks up another first down. This would help lead to a Tyler Bass field goal. Very windy, wet conditions. That was pretty impressive. 10-0 Georgia Southern. Again, the defense keeping them in check. The Mountaineers with nothing doing, even when Zach Thomas completed a pass. The Eagle defense was there to shut them down. But late in the first half, Thomas finally able to get the Mountaineers on the board as he scrambles around and finds to Malik Williams for the touchdown, and the Mountaineers able to cut the lead to 10-7 at the half. Second half actually saw some snow and some flurries. Speaking of flurries, check out Wesley Kennedy as he'd have 145 yards rushing. And he takes this one all the way to the house. Georgia Southern on top 17-7. But Kennedy wanting more. The Eagle defense continuing to do their job, shutting down the App State rushing attack. And then Shai Wertz coming to life as he goes 44 yards for the touchdown. This time, Kennedy a little bit more excited. Scary times for the number 20 ranked team in the nation. Thomas would help bring them back as he would hit Corey Sutton in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. And then with just under 5 minutes to go, the two would hook up again for the touchdown. But when the Eagles had to make the plays, they would. This one would prove to be the last play of the game. A few laterals. Georgia Southern comes up with the ball. The runner ruled down, but it didn't matter as the Eagles complete the comeback, knocking off the Mountaineers for the first time since 2006 and their first ever victory over a top 20 ranked team, 24-21. And stay with us. Coming up next, we'll hear from Coach Lunsford and some of the Eagle players.
My Queensboro banker is Cheryl Quick.
Blanchard Equipment Company has 16 locations.
Queensboro has homegrown values just like us.
They get heavily involved in every community.
And that means strong customer service.
They've been around a long time, just like John Deere.
When you run across the bank like that, you stick with them.
I sure would like to own one of these John Deeres.
Well, we can sure make that happen.
Oh, well.
Queensboro is your community bank. Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
When my dad passed away, we started keeping my mother at home. She was not happy, and we were not happy because she wasn't happy, and so we decided we would check into Willow Pond, and we brought her to Willow Pond, and immediately when she came up here, that visit, the first visit, she fell in love with it, and she was ready to stay. We're so happy that we did for her because she was completely satisfied, and she lived here almost 11 years, between 10 and a half and 11 years, and there's no doubt in my mind that it extended her life, and it made her happy and completely content.
My name is Chandler Dennard, and I'm the Executive Director here at Willow Pond. Come let our family take care of your family.
Well, after the game, we had a chance to talk with some very elated Georgia Southern players and head coach Chad Lunsford.
Exciting, graceful. We put in the work, so we knew what the outcome, what we wanted the outcome to be. We just had to grind it out and see what the score would be when the clock hit 0. We were more than ready. We're more than ready. We're going to be ready for every team. Every week, we're trying to go 1-0, so that's our process. It's a great feeling, exciting feeling that we got to win, but tomorrow it's over. It's the start of a new week, 1-0. We're trying to go 1-0. We got Troy, our next opponent, so we're going to be ready.
According to Coach Sloan, he prepared us all week, and our main focus was not to get too overexcited. You know, we treat every game the same, but our boys, we played our butts off, and then you just got to focus on the next one next week. And then this is a rivalry game, but you know, we don't look into all of that. You know, numbers are numbers, but we came out and played and we got the victory, and that's all that matters.
Great feeling, you know, it's overwhelming right now. You know, all the guys, we put in the work just to go out and do our best to play for each other, but you know, horrible conditions, that don't faze us. You know, we past 2-3 games, we had rain, you know, just wind and a lot of tragedies happening. You know, it's just great for us to all to bond together and, you know, accomplish some things that haven't been done in a long time here.
It felt good. It felt good to get out there and play. The atmosphere was crazy. You know, we prepared all week for a dog fight, and that's what we got tonight. I'm glad we came out victorious. From the first drive, we was moving the ball good. I knew it was going to be, you know what I'm saying, tough at times, but we just got to keep our head down and keep grinding. And tonight proved how tough this team really is.
Man, just the way the guys came out and played and attacked. You know, we said we wanted a 60-minute dogfight, We wanted to see, if we got them in a 60-minute dogfight, who could come out on top. And, for a while there, we thought we were going to pull away. They ended up coming back, getting into the game. Hats off to them, playing their butts off. But our guys proved that they could finish in the end and get that victory. Offensively, you just every week you see it getting better and better, okay? We still only scored 24 points, but we're going against the number 20 team in the country. And we put some yardage up, and guys are playing hard. But you just see how they come together, things start clicking, get in a rhythm, okay? Defensively, we played our butts off all night long, gave up some stuff late to let them get back in the game. But again, we're playing the number 20 team in the country, okay? So our guys just stuck together, offense, defense, special teams, and that sideline had so much energy on it. We played all 4 phases tonight, and that's why we came out on top in this dogfight. I've never been a part of a team that's like this. And at Georgia Southern, it has been this way, but these guys just keep coming closer and closer and closer, and they did that during the offseason. But to go through the turmoil that we've gone through, the adversity that we've gone through, they come together. But the big piece is now, we did this last year. We were able to beat them when they were ranked 25th. Now they're ranked 20th. We can't drink the Kool-Aid. We got to be 0-0, and we got to figure out how to go 1-0 next week.
Up next for the Eagles, they'll be traveling to Troy to take on the Troy Trojans coming up this Saturday. All right, stay with us. We'll head to the high school gridiron coming up next.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
This your boy Mo with the flow. Come check out the stove. 15-0, 2 weeks in a row, baby. Stiff arming, high prices. And we're throwing the flag on quality that's low. That's why you need to come see Mo at Floors Out in Statesboro, Georgia. Come check us out at 1267 Northside Drive East in Statesboro, or call us at 912-225-9911. Georgia!
Ready for fall? Us too at RJ Pope. Get ready to cheer on your favorite team in a new performance polo from Peter Millar, Southern Tide and AFCO. Ladies, we have the best brands and trending fashions. Complete your look with one of our best-selling shoe brands, Soft, On Cloud, and Free People. Shop these brands and so much more at one of our 3 locations, RJ Pope Buckhead, Downtown, and Vidalia.
Well, the Statesboro Blue Devils were in the midst of a 4-game losing streak and had lost their first 2 region games before heading up to Guyton to take on the South Effingham Mustangs. The Blue Devils knew that they had to win at least 1, if not 2 games in order to make it to the state playoffs. Well, they were able to pull off a big victory against one of the highest scoring teams in all of Class 5A. Let's get out and take a look at some of the highlights. A chilly night in Guyton. Statesboro looking for their first region win as they were taking on South Effingham, and early on the defense looking solid. Brendan Jackson with the big hit. And a little bit later, more from the Blue Devil D. The screen pass sniffed out by Xavier Lee, who comes up with the interception. Blue Devils in good field position, and Drake Horton finds DeBardrier Lipsy for the touchdown. Statesboro opens up a 7-0 lead. The Blue Devils welcoming back Corey McCullough to the lineup, and here he helps come up with the sack. We go to the end of the first at 7-0, but plenty of scoring to come. Taylor Jackson to Adam Napier, and we're tied at 7-all, but the Blue Devils come right back on the ensuing kickoff. Check out Jalen Robertson as he fields it and just goes off to the races untouched. 80 yards for the score as the Blue Devils retake the lead at 14-7. The Mustangs trying to come back, but this time Jackson picked off by Hunter Saucy at midfield. The offense trying to get something going, and it's Horton back to pass. He finds Will Yon across the middle for a first down. From there, the give to Lipsy, and he goes in for the touchdown. Statesboro up 21-7 at this point. Looking for more. Drake Horton up the middle, and he breaks a few tackles, and Horton will go 71 yards before being dropped down at the 9. From there, the drive stalls, and Cody Parker comes in for the field goal, his 38-yarder with plenty of distance to go. And then just before the end of the first half, a couple of controversial calls as Jackson lowers the elbow and stares down the Statesboro defender is called a personal foul on Statesboro. That would lead to this touchdown pass from Jackson. Another stare down, and it's 24-14 at the half. Second half, and once again, Drake Horton, this time he finds James Flagg across the middle, and he makes a nice run after catch for a first down into Mustang territory. This drive stalls. Parker kicks a 36-yard field goal. Statesboro up 27-14. Some more evidence of poor officiating here as Drake Horton will get the ball over to Jalen Robertson, and Robertson will clearly stay inbounds, does a good job of tiptoeing down the sidelines, but he's ruled out of bounds. No problem though, as Horton on play action finds Lipsy with a perfect pass and another touchdown. Statesboro rolling at this point, 33-14 at the end of 3, but back come the Mustangs. Jackson goes in for the touchdown. And then Jackson in trouble, and he'll throw it up. Picked off by Hunter Saucy, but a rare defensive holding call will bring this back. Jeff Kaiser starting to get very irritated with the officiating. This would lead to Ames Ratcliffe taking out a little frustration. Another questionable call here late on the drive. Watch the receiver throw the Statesboro player to the ground. That's ruled pass interference on Statesboro. Kaiser not believing what he's seeing. And that would lead to this as Jackson takes off and scores again. This cuts the lead to 33-27 with 4:25 left. Later on the punt, this one muffed, and J.D. Kaiser recovers in good field position, and this would lead to Devardrian Lipsy with the Abe Lincoln, his 4th score of the game. Statesboro up 40-27. And then check this one out. A great catch, but about 3 feet out of bounds. This one actually ruled a touchdown, and it would cut the Statesboro lead to 6. They then go for the onside kick, and Statesboro's player gets taken out about 8 yards off the ball. No call on that one, and South Effingham recovers. And thankfully, Jeff Kaiser finally able to get out of this game on 4th down. Jackson's pass sails incomplete, and the Blue Devils earn a big victory on the road, 40-34. So now the Blue Devils with their own destiny. If they win Friday night at home against New Hampstead, they'll be the number 3 seed in the upcoming state playoffs. If they lose, then there'll be a 3-way tie, and they'll have to break that tiebreaker in order to be able to find out if they're 3, 4, or not in at all. All right, well, stay with us. Coming up next, we'll wrap things up with a trip to Garden City and Southeast Bulloch taking on Groves. The Southeast Bulloch Coaches Show segment is brought to you in part thanks to Southeast Tire and Service. Southeast Tire and Service has been in business for 13 years, offering extensive vehicle repair and service from bumper to bumper. Come have a cup of coffee with us and let us help you with your car needs. Located at 400 Parker Avenue in Brooklyn. This portion of the Southeast Bulloch Coaches Show is brought to you by Crazy Nick's Inflatables. We'd love to be a part of your birthday parties, church and Sunday school functions, school event, community event, company events, or just entertainment for a small family gathering. Whatever your event, they can provide the fun. serving Bulloch, Effingham, Bryan, and surrounding counties. Delivery, setup, and breakdown are all included in the pricing. For more information, call 912-690-5972 or visit them online at nick@crazynicksinflatables.com.
Tanya's mother told her she'd find the perfect bedroom at Badcock Home Furniture and More. And she was right. Again.
Pick a pumpkin and save up to 25% at Badcock Home Furniture and More. That's extra savings on sweet deals, like this reclining sofa for just $5.98 or this 5-piece bedroom set for only $4.98. It's easy with your style, our credit. Pick your pumpkin and save at Badcock Home Furniture and More.
Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care. Well, the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets in the midst of a losing streak themselves. Important to pick up a victory this past Thursday night as they were taking on the Groves Rebels. Let's get back out and take a look and see how things went. A big region matchup for Southeast Bulloch in Garden City taking on Groves early on. It's Jamari Daniel up the middle for the touchdown as the Jackets take an early lead later. Peyton Carr to Ethan Shannon for a first down. And a couple plays later, the two hook up again. Shannon in for the score. Southeast Bulloch rolling up 14-0. Their defense continuing to harass the Groves Rebels throughout the game. Back on offense, the give to Darius Lovett. He's in for the score, and Southeast rolls 49-7 the final. Up next for the Yellow Jackets, it will be a Tuesday night game in Brooklet. They're making up a game that was rained out, or hurricaned out rather, from earlier in the year. That game taking place at Fred Shaver Field Tuesday night, and then they're going to turn around on Friday and wrap up the regular season on the road at Johnson. Well, that'll wrap things up for now. We thank you for joining us. Don't forget to tune into our midweek show, as we'll be taking a look at previews for the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets Statesboro Blue Devils. We'll also look at some highlights from Southeast Bulloch's Tuesday night game. We'll also preview the Bulloch Academy Gators matchup coming up on Friday. And by the way, congrats to the Gators as they were able to knock off Bethlehem Christian in a very lopsided victory this past Friday. And we'll also preview Georgia Southern on the road at Troy. So don't forget to stay tuned for our midweek show.